From the trailer, I think it is very clear that this movie is going to be more of a TJ Gnanavel movie than Rajinikanth film. After watching the film, what do you think?
I think this movie was neither Rajnikant nor TJ Gnanavel. It was lingering somewhere in between.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that, hello guys, welcome to India Today for our review segment. This is Maruti Acharya,
And I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
and today we just came out after watching early morning 4 a.m. show of Vettaiyan, and the segment idea is to capture immediate response, whatever we feel, initial thoughts, and share it all with all the cinema lovers. So like, share, and subscribe. So let's get to the review.
My one-liner of the film would be, like I said, this is lingering somewhere in between. It is something very evident that the director tried to capture the Rajiniism but couldn't. And the actor tried to be in a very story-driven film, which he did. But then even there, the drawmark became that this doesn't have enough of Rajnikant. The one that we know, the Talaiva that people call to, that was not there.
Yes, so Vettaiyan starring superstar Rajinikanth, Amitabh Bachchan, Fahadh Faasil, Rana Daggubati, Ritika, Singh, Manju, Warrier. The list just goes on. There are a lot of people. But the good thing about this movie, and the movie is directed by TJ Gnanavel, J Beam fame, and the music by Anirudh. The good thing about the casting is that they are actually given meaty roles in the movie, like to the level whatever is the script, because the story is more the presentation is more about, the movie is about the story, not the actors or giving them the screen time. And actually in some scenes, if you compare, Rajnikant is also not getting enough screen time in the movie. Like, there are mass scenes and all of that, but the priority is given to the story, which is one good thing that I've seen after a very long time in a big mass commercial cinema.
Yeah, I agree with that. And also that, see, it is very encouraging when all characters are written like this and not... It is a Rajni film, so you wouldn't expect that all the other characters would have such meaty roles, and when there is, it adds so much value to the story that they're trying to present. It is not just surrounding one character.
Correct.
And along with that, another good thing here I would say is the music of Anirudh. It is something that makes you go with the film throughout. It keeps you hooked to the film. Even to Rajnikant, wherever the build-up is needed, the music is the one that is playing the key role to bring that element of, the Rajnikant mass into the film. So that is another, and a very big plus point of the film is what I would say. We ridicule and troll Anirudh every time he shows off his music on YouTube, but when you come into the theaters and listen to it, it is always a banger, something that we have to acknowledge him for.
Superstar. Oh, sorry, I just got deviated. Yeah, another good positive point about the movie, which is the need of the hour, is the story. The story, the subject, and the way they have linked from the small picture to the big picture was done beautifully.
The messaging.
The messaging and all of that, definitely it is need of the hour. We have to understand the complexity that the story is trying to deal with and the current implications, and it's not like it's somebody else's problem, it's our problem, and we are seeing it in day-to-day life without giving any spoilers. And another positive thing is, I really think after watching the movie, the trailer cut is really good, because it didn't reveal much. It did not set wrong expectations, because if I am expecting a jailer movie, and if trailer gave that to me, like if you remember what happened with Kabali, the trailer was something else and the movie is something else. It has a lot to do with expectations. So I really appreciate the trailer cut now.
Yeah. Moving to the negatives of the film, I'd say the biggest negative here is the screenplay. Again, like I said in the opener, it is trying to be something that it is not able to achieve. It has something on the plate which is really tasty. They are serving it, but it's like finding that cloves and elaichi while eating biryani.
Yeah.
That's like, it is needed for the overall biryani, but when you just bite on it while you're eating, it doesn't taste good. So that is how the screenplay was in the film. They were trying to show Rajnikant's mass, but they were not able to do, clearly showing where they are faulty, technically speaking. They are not able to bring out Rajnikant's mass element, and that is a big negative for me out of this film.
Yes. So I think it is evident with my shirt. I'm up for any kind of Rajni mass presentation, and I really like that in Jailer. But one thing is very clear after watching Kabali or this thing, it is very it's not so easy to present Rajni in that way to the fullest and also balance the story. I think the subject point and the way the proceedings were written, even the investigation, director TJ Gnanavel and screenplay writer Ritika has chosen beautiful points. But when it comes to translating it to the screen, I think somewhere they faltered because they had to manage the stardom and screen presence of Rajni. Again, the cinematography was not complementing that, but we'll get to that. But that is one side and the story is one side. So the balancing act is where the movie actually lost its grip over the subject. And me being somebody who enjoys watching Rajni on big screen, I was trying really hard to, you know, just feel what what Rajni movies offer, because the director is actually pushing it. It is not organically flowing. So because they are pushing it, I am also trying to take it. So it is a very love and hate relationship that was happening with what the whole mass sequences were happening. That I think is somewhat a negative point.
Another negative for me personally is although there was good characterizations to all the artists, all the stars in the film, I felt like the women stars had a little bit less representation than the men in the film, because although this whole story is revolving around a female character.
Correct.
And that is Dasara Vijayan, and she did a very good job with the limited role that she had. The other ones like Manju Warrior or Ritika Singh, although Ritika Singh has enough screen time, the impact that she creates with that, or the way that her role is shown, I felt like was a little cut down. There was a certain point where her role was, it was starting to shine, but I think in order to bring down the screen time, the whole screen time of the film, they've chopped off most of that particular sequence, which I really wanted to see more of. If you know the that one with Fahadh Faasil, so that is one demerit that I would like to point out in the film that I personally felt.
Yeah. So overall, if you talk about it, if you ask me, will I recommend this movie in theaters? Definitely, for the attempt, for the story, and to support big stars choosing subjects like this so that we get better versions of it, and they'll try to be more rustic and raw, more suitable for the subject rather than the presentation. So definitely yes. But other than that also, this movie is fairly enjoyable in most parts, with some hiccups, which is, I think, Rajinikanth fans. It is very interesting to see if Rajinikanth fans will be okay with that than the common audience, because of the way the movie, I think if you watch the movie, I think you will understand what I'm trying to say. But overall, yeah.
And also to support this whole point, we spoke to a lot of fans after the film, and we got sort of a reaction from the hardcore fans that there wasn't enough of Rajiniism and all of it, to listen to what they exactly had to say, because they had a lot to say. Check that out too.
Yeah.
But that has been there, and it will be interesting to see how the audiences react to this. What is your opinion after watching the film and after watching our review? Do mention it in the comment section below. We'd like to see and know and read and understand all of you guys as well.
Yes, so this is a very different attempt about coming and sharing our thoughts as soon as we are out of the theater. So I hope you like this segment. If yes, like, share it with your friends, and your opinions mukyam biglo. So send all of that in the comment section below. And with that, this is Maruti Acharya.
And I am Sanjay Ponappa.
And you're watching India Today. Mention your opinion of Vettaiyan review in the comments.